everybody, Mia here today, and I wanted to read to you an article that I found on the internet that was pretty interesting. I think it's kind of funny. As we all know, being aspies, we have some odd mannerisms as far as social cues go. And so, let me just get on with this, okay? All of us tell a lie at some point in our lives. It's mandatory. People who claim that they never lie, biggest liars, I tell you. True, everybody lies, okay? At some point, whether it be big or small. Liars can be easily spotted by their body language, way of talking, eye movements, and appearance. Yes, that's right. And if you're dubious about somebody, you can try out these 3 ways to spot the liar. These tips can also be applied on your spouse if you have been suspecting him or her. So read through and you'll never need a lie detector. You'll rather be one. This is such bullshit. Now, I guess this is written with neurotypicals in mind, because listen to this. Body language. Liars have a unique body language. Yes, I am not kidding. Liars are usually more conscious about themselves, and that's the reason why either their hands or their legs tremble while they speak. Also, they tend to touch their exposed body parts, such as their mouth and their face, quite often. Sometimes they would even perspire when the air conditioner is working fine in the room. Just so many reasons for that. Come on. This is ridiculous. Their eye movements. That's where us aspies are really in a lot of trouble. Liars do not make direct eye contact. They would rather avoid looking into your eyes. While narrating their concocted story, they would look at the floor, admire the walls, and fall in love with the ceiling. The only thing they would avoid are your oh so beautiful eyes. Their behavior. Liars are always defensive. That's their only weapon to prevent themselves from being spotted. They behave aggressively so you don't get a chance to catch hold of them. They would prefer to give you arrogant replies to stop further gunshots. This is a weird person that's writing this. They are smart. They are tricky. But you need to be patient and calm. Their aggressiveness and arrogance is their guilty mind. Liars would never change their behavior, so you need not worry. No matter how well trained they are, these characteristics are present in every liar. So apparently, if I have some of these traits when I'm talking to people, then I must be a liar. But how can I be lying if I'm telling the truth? The best possible way to catch your cheating spouse. Ooh. Do you know that there are some stunning tricks used which you can catch a cheating spouse within seconds? These people cannot write. These ways are so effective that they are guaranteed to reveal the truth and end all lies within seconds. You can't afford to miss this at any cost. Click here! Oh my god, I have to see if my spouse is cheating. While it's loading, I'm just so worried. Oh look, it's a YouTube video. I could get in some trouble here. Are you trying to catch a cheating spouse? Getting useless prank calls? Or just want to know the name and address of the person calling? Catch a cheating spouse instantly. If you suspect your spouse is cheating with the caller, if you think your child is sneaking around with someone behind your back, if you're being pranked, or if you just want to know who called you last, a reverse cell phone lookup can be a huge help in finding out what you want to know. You know, that leads me to a really funny story. I'm not even going to go on with this because I once had a husband who thought I was cheating. Now, bear in mind that he was insecure to start with, okay? So it really wasn't my problem. It was his. I was not cheating. You know, he always said things like, "You are so beautiful. Oh, this is too good to be true. I just can't keep you. You'll end up cheating. Oh, I'll lose you." You know, he wasn't mean about it, but he was, you know, he worried all the time, and so pretty soon we started getting calls. And we would pick up the call and say hello, and they would be quiet on the line for a few seconds, and then they would hang up. Well, this went on for quite some time. And he was sure that I was cheating. So, he responded to it by ordering a spy kit for our phone. I found this out because I came home from work early one day and he was not expecting me to, and he was actually gone to the store. Well, the postman delivered a package, and so I took the package and I said, I wonder what this is. And I was sneaky, so I opened it up, and it was a spy kit for the phone. I took the kit out and I hooked it up to our phone under the waterbed so he wouldn't see it. And I thought, well, that fucker. So, I waited for him to come home, and I said, hey, I thought I saw the postman outside the door with a package, but I didn't catch him in time. Are you expecting a package? He said, oh, no, I'm not expecting a package. No, what are you talking about? So, I said, okay, well, I was just wondering, because, it looked like he was trying to deliver something, and I didn't get to the door quick enough before he drove off. Okay, so, I left this thing hooked up for 2 weeks, and I actually caught him talking to his ex-girlfriend on a regular basis. So guess what? His insecurities were because he was cheating. And it was very interesting to find out how the human psychology works about that. So, if your spouse expects you of cheating all the time, or suspects you of cheating all the time, you might want to look into the fact if they're cheating, okay? So, anyways, I revealed to him that I had been recording the conversations, and he did come out with it and say, that was a package for my nephew. I was getting it for him in secret. You weren't supposed to know. Yeah, right. Please. But in addition to the recordings that I caught my husband on, I also had some recordings on there from drug dealers who were using our lines. They had actually tapped into our line from outside. It was our neighbors, and they were dealing drugs through our phone. What they would do is they would call, and if somebody answered and said, if we weren't home, and somebody else answered the line that was using the line and said, I'm downstairs, that was the cue to go ahead and start talking about the drug deal. These people gave their address over the phone. They gave all the details about the drugs. I took the tapes. I called the police, and I turned the tapes into the police. So, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I proved to my husband that I was not cheating. Hello, those calls were not for me. It wasn't some mysterious man that was calling and hanging up. It was the neighbors selling drugs through our phone. Needless to say, what his insecurity was, the fact that he was cheating on me, he actually kept suspecting me and cheated on me again, and I actually had to leave him because I didn't want a husband who was cheating on me. So, interesting story. And all that was just because of something stupid I saw on the internet. So, sorry it's been so long since I made a video. I'll try to make more videos. I've had some real problems with my webcam, and my camera's out of service at the moment. Okay, so, anyways, as usual, peace, and have a good day. Mwah.